Foundations, the Discipleship Podcast. I'm Josh Hall, and this is episode 0, or the introductory episode. And I just want to take a moment and talk to you about why I want to do this podcast. I'm not somebody that likes to really put things out there. Nobody likes to be judged harshly or criticized, but the longer we go, there's a podcast literally for everything, and I thought maybe this might be helpful, maybe some of my experiences and maybe some of the material that I'm going to present might be helpful to somebody out there. What I don't want this podcast to be is a replacement for one-on-one discipleship. I really think a person benefits from having someone disciple them, walk them through scriptures, walk them through some of the topics we're going to address on here. My goal with this podcast is for these to be about 10 minutes long and to just dive into a few of the scriptures and to overview the lesson. And maybe this would inspire you to do one of two things. One, get discipled. The other would be to download the material. I'm going to provide a link with the lessons that you can download yourself. The lessons are much more in depth than what the podcast is going to be. The lessons have some questions and some things you can fill in on your own that can be a help to you and can be a benefit to you. I want this to be an enriching time. I want this to be a time that this might inspire you and stir you to want to follow Jesus deeper and want to follow him maybe better. And it's not to knock anyone and say you're not following Jesus at all or the way you're following him is not good. My goal is for that relationship to be deepened. There's always room for improvement. There's always something we have to be striving for and aiming for. So I hope that this material will do that. Back in 2009, I was between ministries and I had went through Bible college and graduated, all that, been in some ministry, and then had heard about discipleship, been taught systematic theology, been taught Bible doctrines. But it wasn't until 2009 where I had a deacon named Jerry Cross that sat down with me and we went through these things. Now, he didn't necessarily hit me over the head with a bunch of new truth, but he did hit me over the head with making what I believe to be more part of my life. And I want to read a verse to you that comes from 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 2. Paul writing to Timothy there says, "And the things thou hast heard among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men who shall be able to teach others also." So this is a singular command here, to take the things you have learned, to take the things that someone's invested into you and give them to somebody else. For long periods of time, people took knowledge, they took literally even the Bible and chained it to a pulpit, and a lot of people will go through a Bible study or they'll even go to seminary and get a degree, and they'll chain that stuff to the pulpit. And so many times it almost seemed like you need to pay your thousands of dollars and go through this seminary or this Bible college or this Bible study. And I understand that we don't want to deprive people of a learning experience. At the same time, though, I truly believe God doesn't give us experiences and God doesn't give us knowledge just to chain it somewhere and tell somebody to look elsewhere. So I hope that you'll join me on this journey as we highlight 18 lessons. We'll also have a kind of a bookend, if you will. We'll have a introductory lesson next time, and at the end we've got a special bonus lesson. So we've got 18 lessons, and what's going to be called next time, we'll talk about the cost of discipleship, and then at the end we'll have a special lesson that I'll talk about later. So that's all we have time for today. So I hope what I shared with you can be a help and a blessing to you, and I hope that you'll bring your Bible and maybe a cup of coffee or something else that you like to drink, and you'll join us next time. God bless you, and hope you have a good rest of your day.